Joe Biden, the more he goes out in public and speaks, the more trouble he seems to find himself in. During an appearance on The Breakfast Club with Charmaine the God, Joe Biden made the comment, "You ain't black if you don't support Joe Biden," which basically was just taking all black voters for granted. And yeah, I think Rob would have something to say about that. Joe Biden can apparently
I don't know
you if you're black or not.
I don't know. I'm looking at myself now. Right. I'm looking. I'm like, did I turn a different color? I don't think I did. But according to Joe, if I don't support him, I ain't black. Okay. Well, here's my 2 cents on that, or my dime or my dollar on that. For one, I found it interesting that What's Her Face came out. Simone Saunders came out and said, "Oh, he was just joshing. He was just this." Well, if that's the case, why did he come out and apologize? And this is from the same woman who said back in, I think, the summer of last year that the Democrat Party doesn't need old white men representing the party. And what is she doing right now? She's repping a old white man. Really, Simone Sanders? You need to look in the mirror to make certain that he's not white, that he's black, or whichever way you want to look at it. The other thing about it, where's Barack Obama? Why didn't he come out and support his boy and say, "Oh, well, no, he didn't mean that. This is what he actually meant"? Where's Michelle Obama? Why didn't she come out? But more importantly, why didn't Joe Biden come out and denounce the comments? Because he got to denounce it, because he's apologized. And if you think back to 2015, 2016, when that whole thing came out about President Trump saying, "Oh, grab him by the crotch, blah, blah, blah," they wanted everybody to come out and denounce it. His wife came out and said, "Oh, I don't like this." Jordan came out and said, "It was in poor taste." Like Kellyanne Conway came out and said, "Oh, that's not the person I know. I spoke to him. He's apologized." So if you guys wanted them to come out and speak, where's Barack? Where's Michelle? Where's Bill Clinton? Well, Bill Clinton's hitting the rain right now because of his whole fiasco chasing skirt tail, so they won't let him come out. But Barack and Michelle, they should come out. And again, more importantly, Jill should come out, and she should say, what he said was not good. I know his heart, but he shouldn't have said it. Where are these people? Well, we know that Al Sharpton has come out and said, well, you know, he shouldn't say that, and he shouldn't this, and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of the other black congressmen have come out. But here's what's interesting that I don't think you guys realize. When the question was put to them, especially Sheila Jackson Lee, was put to them, do you agree with what he said? No, I don't. Do you think what he said was right? Their response, what do you mean about blacks not supporting Joe Biden? And they danced around it and they said, well, you know, we can vote for who we want to vote for, but I know his heart and I know he didn't mean that. So they never answered the question. So in essence, what they're doing is they're giving people the permission to challenge blacks and to say, hey, you're not black because you're not supporting Joe Biden. You're not black because you're not down with the Democratic slavery mentality. You're not black because you're a free thinker. That's what they're saying. So although they came out and said, well, I don't think that he's racist, and maybe he shouldn't have said it. Okay, maybe he shouldn't have said it. But do you believe what he said? Do you think that because me, Rob, JH1 on Twitter, supports Donald Trump, that I'm not black, that you're going to pull my black card? That's what I want to know. And that's what the media will not go after them on. Because when the story first broke, the media was quiet. And then as people pushed it and pushed it and pushed it, they felt that, hey, we got to say something. Even CNN did a piece about it. Can't remember the author's name, the writer's name, but he said that, you know, well, Joe Biden, he should have said this. It's as the Democrats are taking the black vote for granted. But then he came out and said, but look at what Trump did. Trump said, shithole countries. Trump said, look at the people in North Carolina. There are good people on both sides. Okay, folks, let's analyze this. Good people on both sides. The woman who lost her life during that rally, don't you think she was a good person? Maybe the president wasn't eloquent enough when he was explaining it, but I want to break it down for you because it seems as though the media, they like hyping this thing about racism. Okay, so that's the first thing. When he said good people on both sides, maybe he wasn't eloquent when he said it, but the woman who died, I think she considered herself a good person. Okay, now Moving on. Shithole countries. Oh, he said that. Now, it has never been confirmed that he said it. It's only been hearsay. It's, oh, well, I heard him. But it's like, but were you in the meeting? And it was a private meeting. Now, let's just say he did say it. Okay, why are people from Africa and people from third world countries coming to America? If their countries weren't shitholes, why would they come here? Why wouldn't they stay there? You know why? Unfortunately, the countries are shitholes. And if California doesn't watch itself, that will become a shithole state. Okay? So the author of that piece in CNN had to point out those things. Well, Donald Trump said this and Donald Trump said that, and he's a racist. Okay? Now, let's look at this a little further. What did Donald Trump do for blacks? The lowest unemployment in the past 40 years. Urban revitalization. Second chance. Funding historical black colleges, which is huge. What did Barack Obama say about historical black colleges? He said, well, maybe some of them should, consolidate. No, I agree partly with what he's saying, because if you can't survive independently, maybe you should consolidate. So what did he do? He would write them out a check every quarter and say, now you got to come back for more. What did President Donald J. Trump do? He funded them indefinitely and say, here, take the money and educate. That's what he did. So when you come to me saying that he's a racist and he's a this, he's a that, and you look at black unemployment, and you look at the second chance, urban revitalization, historical black colleges, and the list goes on and on and on, and you tell me that he's a racist? No. What did Joe Biden do? Well, I'll tell you what Joe Biden did. He stood on the floor of the Congress and during the 80s, and he said that he's afraid for his elderly mother and his daughter to go out, and his wife, around young black men, because he doesn't know what's going to happen. Oh, really? And then what did he do? He pushed these harsh laws against black men. What did Bill Clinton do? Bill Clinton built more prisons. What did Hillary Clinton do? Hillary Clinton said that they were predators, super predators. All of this coming from the Democrats. And what have Republicans done? Job opportunities. So I say to you, when you hear someone like Joe Biden that's coming out with this stuff, it's what's in the heart. He's the same person who said that Barack Obama was a clean man. He talked different than who was running president at that time? Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. So what's the difference between the cadence in their voices? What is Joe trying to tell you? Folks, wake up. I mean, I know you've been supporting the Democratic Party all these years, but you got to look at what have they done for you. They've made you dependent upon them constantly every year, year after year after year. And what will they do? They will do absolutely nothing but put you back on the mental slave plantation. Wake up, folks.
I liked what BET founder Robert Johnson said. He said Biden should spend the rest of his campaign apologizing to every black person he meets.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what will happen during the debates? The moderators will not ask him about it. They'll go right over it, as they have always done. But as Cory Booker said, Joe Biden, you're in the Kool-Aid and you don't even know the flavor. I'm like, hey, I applaud you on that. Okay, but again, they won't ask him about it. At this point in time, and it's really unfortunate, Joe Biden could lose all of his marbles. He could come out butt naked, and they would still vote for him. Why? Because they hate Donald Trump. He doesn't have to have a plan to move America forward.
Do you think this statement is a game changer to the extent that Biden now is going to be almost forced to pick a minority woman for his vice president? You think that shifts the balance of power at all?
I'm glad you asked that. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and he was probably never closely really looking at Stacey Abrams, although she's been gunning for the position, because in her mind she feels that if I get it, I'll be the next obese president. But I think what it is that he was probably, I think, looking at Amy Klobuchar. I don't think he was looking at the governor from Michigan. Nah, she has too much baggage. I think he was looking at Amy. Mm-hmm. But she does have an issue with blacks, in the prosecution.
And what her husband just said about hydroxychloroquine, that's got
that too.
For her either.
Yeah, but more so the way she prosecuted a lot of blacks in her state. Now, Kamala Harris she never had a fighting chance because she's too. Her screws they're loose upstairs. She's too googly and gaggly and laughing and ha 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 ha. So only for appearance sake, and mind you folks, she's not African American. Not that it matters. She's not Black American. She's Jamaican American. Her folks are from Jamaica, not from the United States, not from Africa. Okay, so let's get that straight. So she'd be the first Jamaican American vice president. Now back to what's her name, Stacey. I don't think he wants to pick her because she brings nothing to the ticket but controversy. She's done absolutely nothing but create all these little foundations that have paid her handsomely. But in her mind, she should be governor of Georgia, but the voters were suppressed. It's like, lady, wake up. When you lose, accept it. She's pulling another Hillary Clinton. They just didn't vote for you, and mainly Black men didn't vote for you, and that is the reason why. That's another thing I want to point out to our viewers. Have you noticed? They're not even considering the black man vote here. Why? Because a majority of Black men voted for Donald Trump. So now they got Black women thinking, oh, it's your vote that we need. So they want to create confusion in the Black household by saying, your Black husband doesn't matter. We need your vote. So going back, I just had to drop that in there because I want people thinking for themselves. But going back to your question, do I feel that it puts him out there, that it almost forces him to pick a person of color and a woman of color? He won't pick a Black man. We know that. Mm-hmm. He can't pick a Black man because the media is not going to let him.
He can't even pick a man, period.
No, he can't pick a man, period. He can't pick white man, Asian man. He can't pick a man. Now, I don't think that he set himself up by saying he's going to pick a woman. Okay, so be it. I don't think he wants Stacey Abrams, but I think it was the Washington Post or the New York Times did this huge expose on Stacey Abrams, and this is who she is. She's a nobody. She's done absolutely nothing. My fish that died the other day has probably done more than she's ever done. I mean, the only thing she's done, like I said, is create these foundations to pay her handsomely. So, yes, I think it does put him in a position whereby people want him to pick a Black woman. But if I were him, you can't use identity politics. Okay, you got to go with your heart. And no matter who he picks anyway, I'm not going to vote for him. But I think that, me personally, I think it would be a slap in the face of Blacks if he were to pick, what's her name, Stacey Abrams. Because he's just picking her, not because he wants her, he's picking her because he wants to, make nice with Black people. And that's it. So I hope he does pick her, because that's just going to ruin his chances even more of being the president.